Mr. President, there's a lot to talk about.
A lot to talk about.
Second siren in about 10 minutes.
Here in Tel Aviv, this Humvee just pulled up and said, it's time to leave.
40 at 10. I'm Chris Allen. We've had clouds with us all day today, and even some locations east of us saw some light rain showers, but a lot of that's gone, and a lot of the cloud cover beginning to break apart a little bit more, and that will continue during the overnight hours. I'm expecting things to clear out, especially tomorrow. Right now, live cam from downtown Bowling Green showing a partly cloudy sky, and tonight it is going to be partly to mostly cloudy, and temperatures will be cold down to 34. But things are really starting to warm up now for the rest of the week and then into the Christmas weekend. Details on all that coming up.
Good evening, I'm Noah Fairber. Thanks for joining us tonight for News 40 at 10. Our top story tonight, several families are now without a home after a structure fire in Glasgow. The Glasgow Fire Department says they got a call about a building fire in the 100 block of South Morgan Street around 11:45 this morning. When they arrived, firefighters say they could see flames and smoke coming from the structure. Officials say the building had originally been a single-family home that had been renovated several times and converted into a multifamily home with at least 7 apartments inside. The structure was also under additional renovations at the time of the fire. Fire investigators say the fire appears to be electrical. Everyone inside the building at the time of the fire was safely evacuated and no one was injured. A Muhlenberg County man reported missing just 3 weeks ago is found dead in Jessamine County this week. Kentucky State Police say that 52-year-old Breathitt Kelly's body was positively identified Wednesday. Kelly was originally discovered by hunters on November 16th in a very steep and wooded terrain. The Jessamine County Medical Examiner says the Central City native died of hypothermia.
We found nothing else on him, such as any identification, anything at all. No knife, nothing. So that also puzzled us, because usually if somebody's out hiking or doing something like that, they're going to have other things on them besides just a pair of reading glasses.
KSP says that despite reporting Kelly missing on November 27th, his family had not spoken to him for about 2 months prior to that date. The sheriff's office is conducting an investigation into the circumstances surrounding Kelly's death, but right now officials say that foul play is not suspected. During this season of happiness and family time, it is important to remember those who are unhoused and often separated from their families. News 40 reporter Tucker Covey attended a ceremony to remember the unhoused in our community that passed this year and has more details.
Inside the chapel at Hotel Inc., community members gathered to remember those who have passed this year. Many were still struggling with homelessness.
To remember each of these individuals is always a mix of emotion, just like with any of my other friends or my loved ones who pass away throughout the year. You know, it is with tears, with laughter, sometimes frustration or disappointment, not in them, but maybe different circumstances.
The emotional ceremony was also a way to celebrate the lives of these individuals and to celebrate the community that they all added to.
It's wonderful that we have so many different touch points with people in the community who care, and many of those also really want to see this number dwindle each year and not continue to grow.
Christy Allen presided over the ceremony. The Broadway UMC youth pastor began working with Hotel Inc. through her youth ministry and has taken part in the ceremony for years.
I feel like this particular day is so important because it does bring to mind the problems that we do have in our community, the lack of housing, the lack of health care, help for veterans, all of those things. It gives us an opportunity to think about those things and be reminded of the work we still need to do.
The somber event gives way to the spirited work that everyone can do in their community through love and compassion.
I think it reminds us that we all have struggles in life, and that as part of just being human is helping each other, realizing that we each have a part that we can do, even if it's a small way or a large way. We don't have to work here to be making a difference.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Tucker Covey, WNKY News 40.
With winter weather on the horizon and the thought of last winter's deep freeze over the holiday, it is important to know how to protect the pipes in your home. The good thing is most things are cheap and easy. Some tips include opening cabinets when it is cold outside. This allows the pipes to be warmed by the ambient air temperature. Allowing the taps to drip is also a good way to prevent any from freezing.
You may not be able to prevent the freeze, but you can prevent excess damage just by knowing and educating yourself or who's going to be watching your house. Maybe you have a house setter. Knowing where that main water shutoff is so you can prevent excessive damage to your home.
Evans says that many problems don't necessarily manifest until the spring, so it is important to understand your home and have things checked out if you believe there is a problem. If you're planning to visit family and friends during the holiday season, there are a few things you may need to know before hitting the road. News 40 reporter Carlisle Coppins tells us more.
Between December 23rd and January 1st, these 10 days will be the busiest travel period. According to AAA, more than 115 million people will be traveling.
That's a time when everyone tries to spend as much time as possible with family and friends. But these numbers, again, record-breaking, very high because there was still a bit of pent-up demand when it comes to travel.
This will be the second highest travel period on the roads. You may want to take every possible precaution.
Well, around the holiday, 65 gets extremely congested. Like, if I was people, I would try to leave decently early to give you a little time cushion in case of traffic congestion or an unexpected event.
With the travel demand increasing, there are several things that you may want to pack to make sure that you're prepared for whatever may come your way.
If you're planning on traveling this holiday season, the best advice AAA can give you is to pack your patience because you will not be alone, whether you're driving or flying.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Carlisle Coppins, WNKY News 40.
That was a look at some of tonight's top stories. Now let's send things on over to Weather Chief Chris Allen for a look at our forecast.
Well, Noah, you know, we've discussed how we're not going to see a white Christmas this year. Only about 2 to 4% of the country will even see that. And that may be stretching it a bit. There is only a couple of places through the eastern leeward of the Rockies and then maybe up into parts of Minnesota and way up in Canada, but everybody else, a snow drought this Christmas. So no white Christmas anywhere even close to us. And even the places that will get some snow, we're only talking about a couple of inches at best. More on a rainy Christmas forecast for us. But right now, Maxwell's got a preview of sports.
Oh, thank you, Chris. You know what was coming down, raining down, I would say, would be baskets at the KFC Yum Center tonight. We check into the biggest game in the Commonwealth as Kentucky visits Louisville in some men's hoops. Plus, we have all those high school tournaments that are happening right now. You won't want to miss the recaps of those. That's all coming up in Sports Noah.
All right, Maxwell, looking for a little adventure this holiday, but moving away from the comfort of your couch is a long shot? Well, then why not check out the heartwarming family action movie filmed in Cave City? News 40's Michael Ridgway introduces us to the Kangaroo Kids.
Well, I have filmed in Kentucky before, and I had filmed at Kentucky Down Under, not because of the animals, but because of a cave. And I said, boy, one day we got to do a movie about a kangaroo. And that one day came.
At our very own Kentucky Down Under, a new movie filmed this summer is coming to our homes via Sunstream called Kangaroo Kids.
I got the part of Marty, and I'm one of the bungling crooks, I guess, that starts the movie off, and it was an amazing part. I'm very, very proud of it. It was an experience of a lifetime.
Not only is it a lot of fun, it's a great boon to our local economies.
It means a lot to us because they bring in a lot of money. You know, the economic impact is amazing to our small towns, to our small businesses.
The film is featuring a lot of local talent as well.
I was like, when I first got the call that I was in it, I was like super surprised, and like, because I've always wanted to be on movies, so I was just like super happy when I did get called.
It meant a lot to some of the kids who were able to hit the big screen.
My favorite part was meeting all the kangaroos and watching them shoot the movie.
My favorite part was getting to see a lot of people, what are now my new friends, and experiencing it.
And of course, it's always an adventure for the Southern Kentucky Film Commission, who works to bring productions like this to the state.
I think the locals love being a part of film. And then this one was really fun and interesting because it was mostly kids, and animals, and you just never know what's going to happen with kids or animals. So it has been a lot of fun.
In Horse Cave, because local matters, Michael Ridgway, WNKY News 40.
To health news now, New Year's is right around the corner, and if quitting smoking is one of your resolutions, this addiction is not easy to let go of by any means. We sat down with MedCenter Health to learn the impact of quitting this unhealthy habit and how it affects women and men differently. The first step to ending the addiction is accepting that it is a problem. When you decide to get help, there are many health issues you can avoid.
Quitting smoking in general is just overall good for your health. You're reducing your risk for multiple different cancers. You're reducing your risk for heart disease, including strokes and heart attacks. But having, again, that support system in place, especially for women, because we're always taking care of everybody else, is going to be huge.
No matter what your gender is, quitting smoking is possible. There are several tips and resources available to make sure you can succeed. For more information, visit our website. That's WNKY.com. The majority of nursing home residents have yet to receive the updated COVID-19 vaccine or the new RSV vaccine. That's according to data released Thursday by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The agency says only 33% of nursing home residents were up to date with the COVID vaccine. The numbers were even less for the RSV vaccine. Among the facilities that reported that data, only 10% of the residents received the shot. But it appears residents are more likely to roll up their sleeves for the flu shot. A fifth of nursing homes reported that data, and it shows that 72% had been vaccinated against that virus. A warning from the CDC about a new COVID-19 variant, which is currently the fastest growing strain of the virus in the U.S. It's already dominant in the Northeast, where it is estimated to cause about a third of new infections. In today's Health Minute, what to know about JN1 and how to protect yourself and your family. In a matter of weeks, it's expected to become the leading coronavirus variant around the world. JN1 has been dubbed a variant of interest by the World Health Organization because it's spreading quickly.
We kind of sensed something different was brewing.
Dr. Joseph Cabaza is a pulmonary and critical care physician at Cleveland Clinic. He says the past couple of weeks, he's seen more people being admitted into the ICU with lung issues related to COVID-19.
They have not led to as many ventilators or nothing like the volume we saw early on, but it really, that has been the notable change.
The CDC estimates COVID-19 cases more than doubled in the U.S. between late November and mid-December, perhaps from holiday travel and waning immunity. JN1 has only one change to its spike protein compared with the variant it descended from, but that change seems to have been enough to make JN1 a fitter and faster virus.
If you have diabetes or obesity or heart failure, or especially if you're on medications that lower your immune system, you're in a higher risk category.
To protect yourself and those around you, Cabaza says to first know your risk, whether you're vulnerable to severe disease. Then, if you're having respiratory symptoms, test for COVID-19. If you're infected, antiviral medications can help if given early.
Minimizing your odds of being hospitalized or getting very sick.
It's not too late to get vaccinated. The doctor says vaccination protects against severe illness and to continue taking the usual precautions to help stop spread. That includes hand washing, staying home if you're sick, and masking if you have to go out. Still to come on News 40 at 10, a new intelligence warning has an elevated threat of attack in the U.S. surrounding New Year's events. More on the alert and what authorities are looking out for in just a bit. But first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is back after the break with a full look at your forecast. He'll tell you when you can expect the wet Christmas to make its way to South Central Kentucky right after this.
WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather. Shop at Fireline Guns and Knives this Christmas. Check out our selection of firearms, knives, candles, coffee, concealed carry purses, and more. Follow us on Facebook for weekly deals and rebate offers. Fireline Guns and Knives in Glasgow.
I'm Ashley Wilson. Here's what's coming up tomorrow on News 40 Sunrise. See how you can change the life of one shelter pet with our daily pet of the day. Plus, we'll be sure to put a smile on your face as you end the work week in this week's Feel Good Friday. These stories only on News 40 Sunrise.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you've suffered a personal injury, I can help. Call our office today for a free consultation.
The UPS store on Scottsville Road is your one-stop for personal and professional services. We offer printing, shipping and packing, notary, mailboxes, and much more. Locally owned and operated. The UPS store on Scottsville Road.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Sam, your wife told you not to sing, so you better stop there.
But Pat, Santa shops united for the absolute best selection of in-stock recliners in South Central Kentucky.
And don't forget about our power and lift recliners.
That's right, in stock and ready to pick up, or we deliver. Service with a smile for 75 years, only at United Furniture and Appliance, historic downtown Bowling Green.
I'm here with the sports guys, Patrick and Maxwell. Now, Patrick, if you came to the North Pole, what sport would you like to participate in?
I'm going to go with the classic snowball fight.
The classic snowball fight. That's wonderful. And Maxwell, how about you?
I think I would win in a couple of bobsled races. I would say that much.
Excellent.
Well, Merry Christmas from News 40 Sports.
We're back with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, we're getting into the final days of the holiday shopping season. I guess people are going to need a rain jacket as they head out this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing last-minute shopping, you've got, tomorrow's going to be fine, no rain. As you get into Saturday, there will be a little bit. Sunday, maybe a little. It's really Monday and Tuesday are the two biggest days that we'll see some rain. And as you saw, nowhere even close to southern Kentucky will we see any snow. And probably where you're going for the holidays, it's not going to snow. It's just one of those years where we have a snow drought all across the country, except for those places that I showed you out in parts of the leeward of the Rockies and up in Minnesota. There's looks to be some light fog as we're looking just behind the Justice Center here and the Warren County Old Courthouse. And that's Scotty's construction back there as you go out, kind of out Glen Lily Road in that direction. Seeing a little bit of a fog out there, not much, and there could be because tomorrow is actually going to end up being warmer than today, and because the skies are beginning to clear just a little, there may be enough of an inversion, we call it, where we could see a little bit of fog overnight. 37 is the current temperature. The winds are calm, and by the numbers, we're looking really good around here in southern Kentucky. Today's high, 54, well above the average of 48. 27 was our low this morning, 31 where we should be. I think tomorrow we're going to be a couple of degrees warmer than we were today, and then the day after that even more. We're talking about 60s for us for high temperatures as we get into the holiday weekend. So here we go, high pressure in control, and that means a southerly flow of wind here, so much so that we've got an arcing warm front here just across Chicago, the southern Great Lakes, attached to a low pressure system. This is the first wave of several waves of energy to come our direction once this high pressure center moves away a little bit more. I think we're rain-free tomorrow, pretty much Bowling Green to Nashville, all up and down the I-65 corridor until you get up toward Indianapolis and Fort Wayne and Chicago. That's where they could see some shower activity. But if you're headed west, you're going to run into some scattered showers out that way in the Missouri River Valley. Tomorrow afternoon, pretty quiet here. We'll see increasing clouds tomorrow night, and then very early Saturday morning, there will be a few scattered showers, not a big deal here in southern Kentucky. Then we get a break as we get into Saturday afternoon and evening into early Sunday before the next heavier round of rain comes in. And I do think that's going to happen starting Sunday night and throughout the day on Monday. How much rain? Maybe 3/4 to 1 inch amounts here in southern Kentucky. Higher amounts of 1 to 2 inches once you head west of the Ohio River. Now, if you're traveling, travel troubles tomorrow. There may be a few showers out there, nothing severe. The strongest storm is going to be south of Los Angeles, Southern California, parts of Arizona, and then into the northwest. As you head into Saturday, the travel travel trouble spread a little more east. Some severe weather, possible Dallas to Houston, and then some snow, as I showed you, out in the eastern Rockies. And then by Sunday, yeah, still we're out of the picture on any severe weather or anything that's going to be a travel trouble. It doesn't look that bad, really, for us at all. Just the rain. 34 tonight, mostly cloudy and cold. And then tomorrow, we'll make it up to 57, 60, 65, 63. You get the idea. We're not going to cool down until we get into Wednesday and Thursday of next week. And look at that chance of rain on Monday, Christmas Day, at 90% coverage. That means pretty much everybody is going to get rained on Christmas Day. We're back with more News 40 at 10 in just a moment.
At Horizon Pace, I have one doctor, not 4 or 5. And if I need to talk to that doctor and he's not with another patient, he'll come and talk to me. Everything's going real good. I come off of about 19 pills down to 7 now, and I love it. I wouldn't do without it right now.
Horizon Pace is the face of your healthcare. Contact us for more information.
Holiday shopping starts at the Purple Door, specializing in cute and comfortable clothing, shoes, and accessories. Fashion has never been easier. And with sizes from petite to plus, there's no reason to shop anywhere else this season. The Purple Door on Lovers Lane and Bowling Green.
Shop Fruit of the Loom Brand Shop Outlet for the best last-minute gift ideas this holiday. Plus, this week, save 25% off throughout the store. Find WKU and UK fan gear, sportswear, basketballs, and more, all 25% off through Christmas Eve.
Greenwood Ford Lincoln Mobile Service works wherever you are and can meet you when you need it. Our mobile service van is fully loaded with all the latest tools and diagnostic equipment. We provide a range of services, including oil and filter change, battery health checks, brake services, and tire rotation. Schedule your Greenwood Ford Lincoln Mobile Service online or by contacting Greenwood Ford Lincoln. With Greenwood Ford Lincoln Mobile Service, it's easy to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape.
Right now, a brand new move-in ready Jayco home is more affordable than you might think. Jayco Homes has the gift of a low 5.5% 30-year fixed interest rate that's guaranteed for the life of your loan. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your family will be comfortable throughout the year with our exclusive Energy Smart technology. Find your dream home today at jaycohomes.com. Yes, you really can be home for the holidays.
A human rights group is accusing social media giant Meta, which owns Facebook and Instagram, of restricting pro-Palestinian speech. Human Rights Watch said it identified more than 1,000 pieces of peaceful pro-Palestine content it claims did not violate Meta's rules, but were restricted or removed during October and November 2023. Meta responded that the report doesn't reflect its efforts to protect speech related to the Israel-Hamas conflict. It said they readily acknowledge they make errors that can be frustrating for people, but the implication that Meta deliberately and systemically suppresses a particular voice is false. Meta also said the report ignores the realities of enforcing their policies globally during a fast-moving, highly polarized, and intense conflict. President Joe Biden is pressuring Mexico's president to help curb migration across the southern border. He spoke to Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador on the phone Thursday morning about the problem. Both agreed additional enforcement actions are needed. In the past weeks, the U.S. has shut down several border crossings. Still, more than 10,000 migrants have crossed the border daily. That's more than has been seen since before the COVID-era Title 42 restriction was lifted. We turn now to a new intelligence warning of an elevated threat of an attack here in the U.S. Officials believe individual attackers present the most likely threat, and large-scale New Year's events are among the likely targets. Catherine Herridge has more on this alert and what authorities are looking out for.
The attack in Prague by a lone shooter is deepening concern among American law enforcement, already facing escalating threats here at home. Tom Warwick is a former senior Homeland Security official.
This is precisely the kind of threat that keeps the FBI and Homeland Security awake at night.
A recent law enforcement bulletin obtained by CBS News warns the threat of violence by lone actors is likely heightened through the winter months, including seasonal holidays and New Year's Eve. Inspired by the Israel-Hamas war or driven by racial and ethnic grievances here at home, the bulletin warns lone actors may seek to launch opportunistic attacks on public gatherings using simple weapons, including firearms, knives, or vehicles. In recent Capitol Hill testimony, FBI Director Christopher Wray delivered a blunt warning.
I've never seen a time where all the threats, or so many of the threats, are all elevated, all at exactly the same time. I see blinking lights everywhere I turn.
Compounding the challenge for law enforcement, more than 400 hoax bomb threats to Jewish institutions last weekend alone. Warwick says all threats have to be taken seriously.
It's very clear to me that this is not just smoke. There are actual brush fires out there that the FBI is alerting us to, that Homeland Security wants people to be aware of.
According to an FBI memo, these hoax bomb threats appear to be coordinated and the work of a group outside the U.S. For law enforcement, this is a known nonviolent tactic that can be used to disrupt religious services and intimidate. Catherine Herod, CBS News, Washington.
When we come back, Maxwell Trink is in with a look at your sports.
Stella uses AT&T. Abby has Spectrum One. With AT&T, Stella pays $110 a month for her internet and mobile.
Plus monthly fees. Ouch.
With Spectrum One, Abby gets internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line.
That's a good deal. I know.
Abby saves big, over $75 a month. That's over $900 in savings.
I'm switching to Spectrum.
Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store to get Spectrum One.
Start your day off with Rich Pond Market and Deli. With a wide selection of breakfast favorites and our world-famous tenderloin biscuits, you'll be sure to dig the pig, where the community comes to meet and eat. Rich Pond Market and Deli.
Enjoy a great lunch with a different food truck every week and help support our local charities.
Join us for Food Truck Fridays at the Tidballs parking lot on Chestnut Street. Part of your lunch purchase will be donated to a local nonprofit by Flora Templeton Stewart and our food trucks.
Food Truck Friday has collected over $10,000, making a difference in our community.
Brought to you by the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart.
Nothing beats free stuff unless it's free stuff with a great night's sleep. Right now at Ford's Furniture, purchase select mattress sets and get a free set of premium sheets, a free pair of pillows, and a free mattress protector. A $400 value for free from Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green.
I'm waking up my day, so let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on, keep the morning moving right along. Yeah, I'm waking up my day, News 40 Sunrise Way. I'm waking up my day, WNKY. Yeah, we're the force to get you out the door. I'm waking up my day, the News 40 Sunrise Way.
Weekday morning starting at 6.
Tune in for my new game show, Person, Place, or Thing. This thing was an event that took place on a dairy farm, and it was not my after-prom party. It'll have you guessing along at home.
Is this Woodstock?
Get your guess on.
On WNKY, NBC 40.
Welcome into sports. Holiday hoops continued on here earlier today. The South Warren Spartans coming off a win over East Jessamine earlier in the day. They faced off against the Red Bank Lions out of Tennessee. South Warren had some struggles taking on the Lions defense. Turnovers were costly, 57-52 final score in the loss. Spartans look to end this holiday classic on a positive note. Back in action tomorrow afternoon. And in the late night game, the Warren East Raiders took on the Owensboro Red Devils. Both teams were winners earlier today. The Raiders had found their groove. They won 4 straight. Going into this one, they made it 5 straight, beating Owensboro 72-68. And the Lady Raiders were in action as well, this time on their own floor, and their dominant season continued there tonight. Warren East scored 30 points in the first quarter, ultimately beating Caverna 74-14. The Lady Raiders now hold a 6-2 record on the year. They will be visiting the Somerset Briar Jumpers tomorrow at 4 p.m. And the WKU Hilltoppers, Lady Toppers, well, they were back in action today as well. They took on, Missouri State, the Bears, after yesterday's win over Nevada. Tops couldn't make it 3 straight as their fourth quarter comeback was just short. Final score of this one, 69-68. They'll play West Virginia State next Friday at 6:30 p.m. inside of Diddle Arena. And some collegiate basketball now. On the men's side, at least, the KFC Yum Center was home of the biggest in-state rivalry around the Commonwealth. Kentucky versus Louisville men's basketball. Coach Cal and Big Blue Nation topped Kenny Payne's Cardinals 95-76. After the game, Coach Calipari spoke on Payne's potential at Louisville in the coming years.
I feel for him. He's going to be fine. And I'll tell you that when they love you that much, and how they're responding to them, it's just a matter of time. And again, I watched the games. The games I know they lost a couple bad ones. We did too. We did too.
And the Nashville Predators hit the ice tonight. The Preds beat the Philadelphia Flyers for the second time in the past 2 weeks. Tonight's final was 4-2, led by Phil Tomasino. He had a 2-goal performance. The Predators are back at Bridgestone Arena this Saturday when they host the Dallas Stars. And the Tennessee Titans are gearing up for a matchup with the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks coming into this game looking to stay alive in the playoffs, but question mark with Will Levis at quarterback. Here's what Ryan Tannehill has to say after recovering from his injury and potentially playing in this one.
Yeah, it's been a tough couple of weeks. Obviously, a lot of changes and settling into a new role. But, I've tried to be an asset to the team, be an asset to Will, and help him out as much as I could, and Tim with the game plan and anything I've seen. So definitely a different role, but tried to still contribute.
That's a look at sports. We'll be right back after this break.
Uh-oh, you heard a screech outside at night, but you can't see what it is because there's not enough light. You need the Bionic Floodlight from Bell & Howell, the solar-powered motion-activated multi-directional floodlight that showers a super span of light. Simply stake it in the yard or mount it anywhere around your home. The onboard solar panel absorbs the sun all day to energize a flood of light at night. No wires or installation frustration. Place them in the ground to illuminate walkways and entryways, or mount it to keep unwanted critters away. Adjust the panels to light your deck and your food on the grill at the same time. Add light by the hot tub or pool. Host the nighttime neighborhood hoops games and enjoy the great outdoors at night. And right now, it's yours for just $29.99, and the shipping is free. Order now and we'll send a second Bionic Floodlight. Just pay a separate fee. And when you call, ask about the contractor's discount on the 4-light family pack. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-306-9072. That's 1-800-306-9072, or order online at bionicfloodlight.com.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book?
Covenant Books is an author-friendly publisher who shares your passion and beliefs. Call us today and we'll send you a free author packet to help get you started. We provide a full range of publishing services.
Covenant sells your book and ebook online and in bookstores everywhere. Our authors love us. Just look.
Be like these authors and get your book published today.
To get your free writer's guide, call now.
1-855-900-3971.
Santa, you remember Soki, right?
Oh, yes, I do.
Well, Soki has been practicing all year to earn a spot on your reindeer team.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Soki, did you make cookies and bring milk for Santa?
Oh,
I think she'd like to see what your favorite is.
Oh, let me see. It's practically a done deal.
Did you hear that? You're going to be Santa's first ever rain dog. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays.
It's the picture-perfect season.
Gingerbread House.
I mean, this is Pictionary. Yeah. Are you not entertained?
For festive family fun.
Ski!
Lodge.
Ski Lodge!
Ski Lodge!
Pictionary every weekday.
Well, Maxwell, I saw the UK-Louisville game. I know it was definitely the result I expected in UK winning. So,
but Louisville has potential for the future. We'll see what Kenny Payne can do. It was cool to see a former UK coach going up against a UK legend. I'll say that much.
Yeah, I think Kenny Payne will definitely have somewhat of a bright future, but
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll
also see about the rain coming in this weekend.
It's going to be rainy. 34 tonight, mostly cloudy and cold. We'll get some sunshine tomorrow. Best chance of rain will start Friday night and off and on Saturday.
Get your rain jackets out if you're going shopping for the last few days here. Yeah, can't help it. Mother Nature does what she wants.
No snow this time. I'm sorry.
All right. That does it for tonight's edition of News 40 at 10. Join us back here tomorrow at 6 a.m. for News 40 Sunrise. Have a good night.